What's up you guys, it's Katie, welcome back to Steal the Spotlight. Today I thought it'd be fun to do a more casual style with me sort of situation. I always love filming these, and I do have 5 pairs of brand new shoes to style today because it is sponsored by Koi footwear. And if you guys haven't heard of them before, honestly, one click on their site and you'll be like, yep, this brand has Katie's name written all over it because they are all vegan shoes that are just chunky and funky and fabulous. I want fabulous. And if you guys are interested, they've also given me a 25% discount code, which is just STEAL25. Y'all know by now that I love a good theme, and I'm sure you can probably already tell that today we're going for the e-girl aesthetic. I still don't really know the technical definition of that. In my head, it's just someone who has this particular look going on and occasionally makes like cringy TikToks.
Hello, e-girls incorporated.
But to be fair, we're not pushing too far outside my usual comfort zone because my personal style already has some similarities with that of your typical e-girl. So let's get into what I like to refer to as a K-fashion loving chic yeehaw version of an e-girl with just a little bit of weeb thrown in there. Okay, let's start out with these sexy babies because I love me some good vinyl texture. At the end of the day, I'm always just a tacky bitch.
You're tacky and I hate you.
I also love a boot that hits just under the knee. I find this the most flattering, and it also gives just that touch of a retro vibe that I really love in my outfits. But if you're not into that, I do believe they come in an ankle length as well. I guess with styling, we may as well work from the ground up, and I think that today I'm gonna team them up with a pair of stockings or maybe even fishnets in order to show off the boot and really embody the e-girl aesthetic. I feel like you can't go past a pleated mini skirt, and trust me, I have plenty to choose from, but I've narrowed it down to either this gray one just so we're not doing an all black look, or if you do want to stick more true to the black, at least going for something printed like this plaid one here. You could definitely team that with just the classic layered shirt combo, but I decided to pull out the big guns right off the bat because this is probably the most e-girl thing I own, and it is this sad girl top in this fluffy texture with the Powerpuff Girls font. You guys may have already seen this over on my Instagram, and trust me, I've worn it a number of times since that post. From there, I feel like all you can really do is just stack on the silver accessories, similar to what I already have on, but just more and more and more. Okay, I am not at all well educated on this world of e-girl, but I'm assuming that there's kind of subcategories to it because, I mean, there is with literally any genre of anything ever. But I feel like that is a very classic sort of, I used to be emo, but now I'm an e-girl because that's what's popular. But if I'm not mistaken, this next pair leans almost a little bit more soft girl, I suppose, because of the more feminine accents with the love heart buckles and just like the cutesy schoolgirl shape, which I guess is almost a little bit weeb as well because definitely looks like something your favorite anime character would wear. It would be an injustice not to style these with either little frilly socks or knee-high socks. And originally I was also gonna team it with the plaid skirt from earlier, but I thought that might be a little bit too on the nose, a little bit like spank me teacher. But no, instead I think I'm gonna go with this dress here, and what really sold me on it is actually the silhouette because I think this kind of fit and flare style really kind of keeps that schoolgirl charm and innocence to it without literally wearing a school uniform. The lace trim and leopard print is obviously a touch tacky, but we already established before that's just who I am. Overall, it also reminds me a little bit of a 90s inspired outfit, so I think I'm gonna play on that and either team it up with a turtleneck underneath or alternatively a cardigan, like a cropped cardigan teamed over the top. I'm feeling like it's screaming for a mini backpack as well, and this is my hands down favorite at the moment. So let's just 90s apply it, maybe do a beret. stand cowboy boots forever and always. You guys see me rock them all the time, and Koi do have a few options, but I'm kind of already covered in that department, so I was trying to figure out how I could embody my yeehaw heart whilst doing something a little bit different, and then I found these babies. These have such a nice, like, soft suede sort of texture to them. And I think I did mention at the beginning, but all of their shoes are vegan. So far, all of my family who have seen these has hated them, which usually is how I know I'm onto a winner.
The shade of it all.
I think these are so fun, but obviously a statement shoe like this isn't for everyone, and you're probably not gonna get as much wear out of them. So if you're like, oh, I really like the shape and silhouette of this, but the print, not so much, don't worry, they have like hundreds of different options in this exact style, but just different patterns and colors, and a lot that are more classic. I actually have another one exactly the same that I'll show you next. I will admit that this one is less e-girl and more farmer's girl.
On that countryside!
But I figured that this top would be perfect for the scenario. It is just this collared number that ties up in the front, very like, I'm off to milk the cows, only no one would realistically ever milk cows in this outfit. And you may have spotted these in my previous video, which was dressing like cartoons, because I wore them for my Sam from Danny Phantom look and also my version of Buttercup as well. So since I did just create those two looks, I was kind of stumped on coming up with an outfit that didn't look too similar. So some of the pieces may look a little bit familiar, but I mean, hey, we stan an outfit repeater in this household.
Lizzie McGuire, you are an outfit repeater.
So I have a few skirt options. This first one literally looks like it is made for the shoes with the matching contrast stitching. And then also the other one you guys have already seen a couple of times now is this green plaid one. We could always go for my trusty black pleated skirt. And then for tops, again, just like an old faithful of mine, is this fitted green turtleneck. You guys know I live in turtlenecks, and I feel like layering a long sleeve is very e-girl-esque. So I think we're onto a winner with this. And I was actually thinking maybe just like drawing inspiration from a cartoon character once again and kind of going with Shigo, because I feel like she'd be an e-girl's favorite cartoon character, right? And we've already got the right colors going on, so maybe the contrast stitch skirt teamed with this. And then I also just have this little fitted cut out crop top, so maybe layering that over the top, but I'm not entirely sure. We're gonna have to try this one on and see what works. Okay, do keep in mind that I chose all of these shoes a few weeks ago now, before I knew I wanted to do an e-girl concept. So this last pair doesn't quite belong, but let's just roll with it anyway. It is this pair of white sneakers, and obviously I loved the little pop of color because it just keeps it a little bit spicy, which is how we like it around here. And in hindsight, they do actually have a lot of chunky sneakers, which would have been perfect for this video, but when I was originally picking them out, I was trying to have a little bit of variation for you, so here we are. But to pull it back in and hopefully still go home strong, I figure we would team it up with my Akira tee. This is my absolute favorite at the moment, and I feel like e-girls still love a good oversized graphic t-shirt for a lazy day. I mean, probably would be preferred if it was a band that they've never actually heard of on the front, but I feel like anime and maybe even gaming related would still suffice. Extra points if we team it with a striped long sleeve as well. For the first time in this video, I am actually gonna wear a pair of pants because, I mean, you gotta include some ripped jeans in there somewhere. These are very my style because they are a wide leg, and personally, I just love how they kind of sit and bunch up on a pair of sneakers. My pick for a belt is always just a white shoelace. I do feel like this is more of like that skater girl sort of theme. Maybe like a grommet belt would be more traditionally e-girl. But yeah, those were all my looks today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's any other like themes or aesthetics you want to see me try out, then let me know in the comments. And of course, if you were interested in any of the shoes today, don't forget about my discount code STEAL25 for 25% off. You can find links to everything down below in the description box, and hopefully I will see you next time, maybe even over on my Instagram at Steal the Spotlight.